Hello friend, my name is Cinderella and today I'm going to continue playing for you Cinderella Phenomenon with Comp.
Hello!
So last time we decided that we were going to save our kingdom. Yeah!
Yay!
Rah!
I sound more enthused, but I'm tired.
Yeah. So, I have been practicing my magic non-stop since the day we heard Alcaster's speech. I continue to work on my barriers while also continuously attempting that one offensive spell Waltz tried to teach me.
Okay, remember what I told you? Focus your energy on the tips of your fingers until you feel the current flow through your veins.
Okay.
Good. Now try to cast the spell at me again.
I stretch out my hand and imagine the energy gathering at my fingertips. I see sparks as I begin to cast the spell.
Good. Keep going.
At the end of my casting time, I can feel the lightning snaking up and down my arms.
Now release it.
I direct the spell at Waltz with as much strength as I can muster, but it barely touches his barrier before it fades away. I groan.
You're getting there, Syndra. The magic is weak, but it might still be able to paralyze someone for times, so long as you hit them when they don't have a barrier up.
But the speech is tomorrow. I will not be able to master it by then.
Okay, never mind. I thought I had a sneeze and I don't. Shit. You don't need to. Let's not assume things will be so bad. We're only going there to watch a speech. If that's all it is, you won't need your magic.
The two of us continue to diligently work, but after a few more rounds, my arms are sore and my mind is foggy. Waltz calls it a day, and the two of us retire to our rooms for the night.
That was me reading your line.
I have tossed and turned in my bed for what feels like an hour, but sleep still will not come. It has been almost a month since I last went into town, and it is impossible to not imagine the worst possible scenario for tomorrow. I will probably be awake until the sun rises. I turn to glance at the doll that Waltz gave me so long ago. She sits on my table, her glassy eyes staring back at me. I wonder if he is already asleep. Maybe he can help me calm my nerves. Waltz? There is only silence. Maybe he is already asleep.
Break into his room again.
I am about to leave when the door suddenly opens.
Syndra.
Hello, Waltz.
Let me guess. Couldn't sleep?
I nod.
Come in then.
I sit on his bed and look around. My eyes shift to his table where I notice a pile of sewing materials and an assortment of puppets. You have been working on your puppets?
Yeah, I couldn't sleep either. It's been a while since I last did a show, but I want to make sure my puppets and the materials are ready to go once this is all over.
I am sure the children are looking forward to seeing your shows again.
Yeah.
Silence ensues as Waltz sits down beside me with one of his puppets. He begins to slowly sew at one of the seams. The silence is deafening. He looks busy, but maybe I should say something.
To the dice.
To the dice, to the dice.
To the dice. That's a 10.
Which
So
one is that?
Say something. That's like right on the cusp.
Yeah. I am worried about what may happen tomorrow.
Even the dice didn't want to make a choice. Jesus. You think too much, Cinderella.
I I do. I stare at the puppets on his table. When this is over, will you finally let me be your assistant? Walt smiles and pats my head.
Yes, when this is all over, I'll give you the spotlight. I'm sure the children will love your puppet shows.
Talking about what happens afterwards makes me feel normal. It gives me some hope. Hope that eventually everything will go back to normal. I feel better now. Thank you, Waltz.
Oh, I'm not sure I even did anything.
You have just by being here with me.
You know I'd do anything for you, little star.
Little Star. There's that nickname again.
Does it bother you?
No, I was just wondering where it came from.
Oh, right. I never told you the story, did I? Back when I was still your mother's apprentice, my life was dull and empty. Then you showed up. Your circumstances were the same as mine, but your light never faded. You became my hope in that dark place. My light. That's why I consider you my little star.
I can only stare as Walt smiles at me. Right now, all I want is to stay by his side, to stay within the comforts of his warmth. I look at him, and a thought shifts into my head, tinting my cheeks pink.
What is it?
Can I stay with you tonight?
Ooh la la. What? In this fast, I didn't buy anything. I mean, well. I'm sorry.
I mean, he's magic, though. I'm sure there's spells.
That's true, there's probably spells for that.
Walt's face is tomato red.
Potions, maybe they could hit up Parfait.
Yeah, he looks shocked. I can't?
It's not that I don't want you to, but I might. I mean,
he glances away and begins mumbling to himself.
Are you worried about getting morning wood with her or what?
I suddenly feel dejected.
I might get a boner and that'll be embarrassing. Don't make that face, little star.
Walt sighs.
Okay, you can stay.
Really?
Yeah.
Aww. Why are you both still wearing your outfits? Like, do you not have pajamas?
Apparently not.
We both lay side by side in the bed, shifting only slightly. Waltz is especially stiff. I wonder why. I loop my arms around his waist and snuggle into the crook of his neck. Waltz tenses beneath me.
I feel like I'm being punished.
What?
You know, at least Waltz took off his gloves.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Thank you for letting me stay.
I have a boner.
My room felt colder than normal tonight, and I couldn't help thinking about tomorrow and then about Father and... My words trail off as I focus on Waltz's warmth. Please do not leave me as well, Waltz.
His upper arm seems oddly long.
I'm avoiding looking at it, to be honest.
Anatomy. A Cinderella, look at me. Look at my freakishly long arm.
I move back to look up at him. Walt stares at me with an intensity that makes it difficult to look away. His features are illuminated by the soft moonlight, making them stand out all the more. My heart skips a beat.
I'm not going anywhere, Cinderella. I will always be wherever you are. So will my elbow, apparently. I can't stop looking at it, and it's a little horrifying.
Body horror, yay!
I promise to always protect you. with my freaky arm.
I reach out to touch his cheek. Thank you. He smiles at me before putting his arm around my waist and pulling me closer. I snuggle against his chest, taking in his warmth. I eventually fall asleep in his arms. He does not fall asleep because of his boner.
Freaky mutant arms are great for falling asleep.
Yeah. Today is the day. Everyone has been busy preparing for the speech. I was told to relax, and I have used the opportunity to move into the forest and get some fresh air. If only everywhere was as peaceful as this.
Syndra?
I turn around to see Ophelia walking toward me, a hesitant smile on her face. Ophelia.
I'm sorry, then I cannot be of much help during these distressing times.
You have already helped me enough, Ophelia. You supported Father when I did not. You have to stay safe, you and the others.
You've truly changed.
Ophelia takes my hands in hers and looks at me solemnly.
Promise me you'll come back to us. I'll be praying that nothing happens today, but if it does, I beseech you to put your safety first.
Ophelia.
Geez, burp. Okay. I may not be your real mother, but you have always been my daughter.
Guilt floods through me. I have been cruel to her ever since she first came into our lives, and yet she still treats me so warmly. I do not deserve your kindness after all I have done to you, Emmeline and Rod. I am so sorry. Ophelia pulls me into a hug and smooths down my hair.
That's all in the past now, dear. What matters now is the present.
I nod and close my eyes. I missed out on so many things when I closed my heart up to everyone. I had always thought I was alone, but I was wrong. Thank you, Ophelia. Sir Alcaster's speech starts in an hour, and everyone is making last-minute preparations before we go into town. Ophelia, Emmeline, and Anne Rice will stay behind, as Rod and Rumple volunteered to watch over them. Delora and Parfait left yesterday to attend a meeting with the fairies. Apparently they found someone who holds important information about Mother and her plans. Emmeline approaches me, her eyebrows creased. I thought it said eyebrows closed for a second, and I was like, how did you do that?
That'd be amazing. Syndra, you should see your mother. Should you see your mother? What? Jesus.
Should you see your mother there?
I need a nap or something. Syndra, should you see your mother there, what will you do? Panic.
I will murder her face.
Panic at the Disco.
Yeah. I haven't really thought about it yet.
Panicking is a good option.
Panic at the what?
I said panicking is a good option.
Yes.
We are bound to face her sometime soon. I know that she's your mother, Princess, but are you emotionally ready to face her?
No. I am taken aback by her question.
Jurian. I apologize for being blunt, but we all have to consider the worst possible scenario, don't we? I need to know that the princess is ready to face her. In a battlefield, one must not hesitate.
Jurian continues to look at me, waiting for my answer. I finally face her with determination. I will face her, and I will stop her. Yay! Chapter 9! The Queen!
Oh, thank God we don't have many left.
Yeah. I stand in an alleyway with Waltz, Jurian, and Karma, making sure to stay hidden in the shadows while we watch the sea of people moving toward the plaza. Garland is scouting around the plaza for Knight's positions, and we have been waiting here for him. There are so many people.
Okay, this is where we split up. Not a good idea, never split the party.
Yep.
Remember that we're trying to avoid needless battle. If anything should happen, fleeing is the better option.
I am not a fool. I would not pick a fight that would put anyone in needless danger.
I'm glad you understand. Remember, we're only here to watch and listen. I don't want us to get into a skirmish if we can avoid it. Oh boy. Let's see what the dice say. Come here, dice. Where the fuck did you go? Oh, that's a 20.
I would not leave you all behind.
Very decisive dice. Cinderella, this isn't the time to be stubborn.
It is not about stubbornness. It is just that all I have ever done is run. I refuse to keep fleeing. I have people to protect, and I will not let them down.
Running away isn't always cowardice.
That may be, but sometimes there are situations that you need to face head on. This is one of those situations. Please understand, Waltz.
I just don't want you to get hurt, Cinderella.
I know. I look at Waltz, feeling at a loss. No matter what I say, he will always insist on my safety first. Garland suddenly appears with a stiff frown.
As opposed to a limp frown? Look who I found.
I turn to look at Garland and then notice the man beside him. My eyes widen at the sight of him. Fritz? Garland pushes him and Fritz stumbles forward. He falls to his knees only a few inches away from me. You're okay. Thank goodness you're all right, Princess. I twitch at the sight of his face. There's no sign of the wicked smile that was on his face when he was under the guise of Blarg. Though he looks confused, the relief in his eyes seemed genuine. Are you truly Fritz? Or are you... Or are you Blarg? Or both? I'm the Fritz... Oh, you can read it if you would like.
No, that's okay.
I'm the Fritz you've always known, Princess, your loyal knight.
It's only because I'm tired.
I raise an eyebrow. I can still remember what happened weeks ago, when the mask fell from his face in the room with the dark crystal. In that moment I saw Fritz's face, no matter what Blarg said. Blarg was in league with Alcaster and Mithros. The man I saw back then was definitely Fritz, even if he never confirmed it. What are you doing here? Fritz flinches. I've been searching for you. Why? So you can take me back to Mithros? Or are you here to kill me? Fritz bows low, his clenched hands trembling at his sides. I will not surrender you to Mithros. My loyalty has always been to the kingdom and to you. I could never hurt you, Princess. But I don't blame you for doubting me, my father. I would have stopped him if I knew. Fritz glances up at me slowly, his expression resolute. I had just escaped yesterday when I was captured by knights. I managed to escape from them today, but only barely. I was supposed to meet the Lucius Bearer yesterday. Fritz glares, not at me, but through me, as if remembering something unpleasant. That was when I was able to take control of my body again, just a few days ago. I've been searching for you, but instead found some witches who seemed to be in league with the Lucius Bearer. I requested an audience with her as soon as possible because I wasn't sure how long I could keep Blarg at bay. At bay? Fritz, explain. About Blarg? No, about this audience.
Princess, this could all be some elaborate ruse of his.
I have a responsibility to at least hear him out. What do you want from Parfait? I have important information about Hildir. Mother?
Lady Parfait did say that her and Delora were going to meet with someone who had information on Hildir.
And you believe that their meeting was with this man? Karma turns to Fritz, clearly skeptical. That seems like it could be a coincidence. How are we to believe you? Fritz is silent for a few moments. After some time, he speaks again, more hesitantly. I know that apologizing won't change the fact that I have betrayed the princess and the kingdom. But right now, I am doing my best to right my wrongs while I still have control over my body. The knights are still searching for me as we speak, so I'll make this as brief as I can. Hildir is growing weaker. What? I haven't been myself for the past few weeks, but I still have portions of Blarg's memories. I remember that she is bedridden, still being treated for wounds that she sustained during the Great War. Then she is now sick like Parfait, only Mother seems to have it worse than her. I overheard Mithros say that the crystal no longer recognizes her as its sole bearer. Parfait said something similar, but she said she could no longer feel Mother's connection with the dark crystal. But what Fritz just said... It seems that the crystal has seen both of you as its bearers. It's stretching its energy to both of you. This might be why Hildir hasn't regained her full powers and has remained weak. Walt stares at Fritz, eyes wide.
The crystal having two bearers? I didn't think such a thing was possible. Is this why Hildir still refuses to show herself in public?
Yes, and the witches who used to be on her side doubt her capability to rule. None of them want to help her when she is still so weak. Mithros figures that the only way to get the crystal to fully accept Hildir is to drain the rest of your powers. That is why the palace has issued a higher bounty on your head. But Father is no longer interested in actively hunting for you. There's been a rift between him and Mithros because of this. Walls crosses his arms, his expression thoughtful.
I'm surprised Hildir has not disposed of Alcaster yet. If he is still alive, then it means that he must still play an important role in her plans.
Fritz's expression quickly morphs into something grim as he frowns down at the ground. You're right. Waltz and I exchange a look before we turn back to Fritz. Mithros plans to kill my father today. Fritz's eyes are distant, his mouth pulling into a tight grimace. All I can do is stare at him, uncertain of what he has just told me. Hildir will show herself to the public today. She and Mithros plan to kill my father in front of an audience in the hope that their fear will despair will fuel the Dark Crystal. They think fueling the Dark Crystal might make Hildir stronger.
They plan to use the fear of the public to achieve their own ends?
They're evil, of course they do. This is not good. With this many people here, the Dark Crystal might indeed see that surge of power again.
Even a weakened Hildir will be difficult to fight, but we stand more of a chance against her now than we do if she fuels the Dark Crystal with negativity.
Please save the kingdom, Princess. Fritz looks at me imploringly. I shake my head slowly. I am confused. You betrayed us, but then you're still helping us as well? Which side are you on? The only reason I'm working for them in the first place is because of my curse. I swear it. Fritz tries to stand up, but his knees wobble and suddenly he's on the ground again, his hand clutching at his chest. Fritz?
Knock him out.
No, not yet. Fritz looks at me, his pale face covered in sweat. I have no idea how long I can suffocate Blarg, so please, bind me, freeze me, do whatever you can to keep me from chasing after you. I don't want to hurt anyone anymore. Fritz keels over, his forehead touching the ground. Please. Waltz?
I know. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Walt snaps his finger and a rope of light appears around Fritz's wrists, pulling him down to the ground. I furrow my eyebrows at Fritz even as he cocks his head to look at me. Thank you. You don't have much time left. I plan to deliver my message to the Lucius Bearer, but I leave it in your capable hands instead. Fritz, I am sorry. I will do anything to protect my charge. Now go. Jurian nods at me.
Don't worry, Garland and I will keep an eye on him.
Garland quickly informs us of the nice positions around the plaza and gives us clues as to where we might hide to avoid their prying eyes. And next time we will see the main event of this announcement. The announcement itself. where
who?
apparently Alcaster's going to get murdered. Yay!
It's fun.
I hope Mithras gets murdered too. That'd be cool.
That would be great.
So, thank you for watching. Comp, do you have anything left to say? So, I love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.